What's up guys, today we're going to be covering some Lucy gameplay. Pretty cool leader from OP15. When attacking or on your opponent's attack, you can trash a stage or an event to give your leader plus 1k for each stage or event trashed. And then also active main, if you have used an event with a base cost of 3 or more during the turn, you get to draw a card. Really cool. I stole this deck list off of gumgum.gg because I was too lazy to build my own list, so it is a little bit outdated, but I realized that the video we had was a list from before the ban list, so we do still have Pudding in the deck in this game, but we don't use it. That's why I feel comfortable still showing the video and thinking it's worthwhile. The game ends up being really grindy, and I think it's just really good content to cover. So we have 2 Cavendish. He's mostly just a 2k counter, but he could be a 4 cost 6k. We have 1 Roger, 4 Viola, 4 Leo, 4 Rebecca, 1 Pudding. Again, this doesn't come up in the game. 4 Cavendish. This card is amazing in the deck. 4 Sabo. This card is the best card that Blue has gotten in a while. 4 Just Watch Me Ace. 4 Fire Fist, the new one. This card is cracked. 4 Follow Me and I Will Guide You. I'm not super sold on this, but it is a good top 5 searcher for Dressrosa characters. We have 4 It's a Memento of Him and No One Else Can Have It. 4 Berry Pistol. I like this card a lot. We have 2 of the Would You Let Me Eat It, the Flame Fruit, and then we have 4 of the Dressrosa Kingdom. Let's jump into the game. So it looks like we're going to play into a Lucy mirror match, opting to keep our hand because we are going second here. Opponent chose to go first, which I think might be the optimal curve, just so you can drop your 7 cost Sabo down at the correct time, right on curve. But we saw the 4 cost event that plays out a 4 cost, and we have the Cavendish, so we have a pretty good going second curve. We are going to keep the hand. Opponent's just going to play down a Rebecca this turn, searching out a Fire Fist. Really good late game card. We draw into another 4 cost here. We don't necessarily know what we're digging for. This is a little bit of an inexperience with me having not really played the deck again, so we're gonna kind of waste another searcher, but we do find a 7 cost Sabo. We don't really care about like anything else. We have our 4 cost turn. The deck kind of struggles with a 5 or 6 Dawn, but we do have the Berry Pistol, and then we have the 7 Dawn Sabo for our 8 Dawn play. We also kind of just drew into the stage, which I wish we would have found sooner. This card is really make or break in the deck. I love it a lot, and it also just turns a stage or event into a 2k. So we draw into a Leo 2k, really nice. Doesn't matter though, we're using this event, it's cracked. We're gonna draw 2, trash 1, play the Cavendish, and then we're just gonna swing. We are going to just go 5, no leader effect. They'll give us an event out of hand though. We will pass. They're gonna swing here. We will give them a 1k with the leader effect, and they're gonna unfortunately Berry Pistol our Cavendish. Really unfortunate, but not much we can do about it. We're gonna play the stage out. Then we're just gonna blind play the 4 cost event, which is a little crazy. We're believing in it, and luckily we do find the Cavendish. Absolutely nutty. So we're gonna discard off the 1 cost event, which I think we made. Well, it's a 4 cost event, but it makes itself a 1 cost event. I do think we should have kept that for later. It's really good counter. We're gonna swing in with leader here, not using leader effect, just going 6. We draw another Berry Pistol off of the other effect, and now we're sitting pretty. We are set up pretty nice. Opponent will just not let us have a Cavendish. They are able to remove another one off of our board while also boosting their leader to 8k. I think we're just gonna counter here though. We don't really want to go down to 2 yet. We're going to play out, we're kind of thinking, but we're going to go Sabo here, playing the Fire Fist, reducing their Sabo down to 1k. Then we're going to discard the Berry Pistol and the Would You Let Me Eat It to bounce or pop the Rebecca, draw a card off of leader, and then we will swing 8 here, hoping they'll block. They don't, but we put a Dawn on Rebecca, so she is a blocker now. They're going to search off of the Bello Betty, drawing another Fire Fist, then searching with a Rebecca to grab out the search event. They're gonna... This is unfortunate for them. It kind of doesn't really necessarily generate us the value that we're hoping, but it does make it where they're not also generating a body. So they just hard played Fire Fist without a Sabo in hand, reducing our Sabo to 1k, so we're not going to block with it this turn. We're just going to eat this hit. We do draw a 2k. Here we're going to search, and this is where I realized that the event searcher only grabs characters. I really want this Fire Fist, that way I can set up my Sabo on the next turn, but we're unable to grab it. So we do have to grab the Cavendish 2k here, and then we're going to play the Viola. The Viola does find us the Fire Fist. Luckily, we still have 7+ Dawn, so we're going to play the Sabo out, boost our leader, and reduce their Sabo and bounce their Rebecca, which I think is a little bit greedy on our part. We maybe should have kept the extra cards in hand for just general hand advantage, but we are going to swing an 8 here, sorry, a 9 here, and we have 2 blockers set up. We also leader effect into a Roger, which is pretty solid, but opponent is killing it with hand size right now. We are so far behind on hand advantage. They're going to play a Betty out. They're going to find another Memento. They're going to play the Sabo. Sabo is going to play out the 4-cost Sabo after drawing cards, which is pretty strong still. It is just a 5k swing if needed. Opponent is going to swing neutral here. We're going to block with the Sabo blocker, and then we're set up. We play out a Rebecca. We find the 4-cost event, so we're going to reduce their Sabo down to 6k, and now we're just kind of setting up to swing if we can, but we leader effect. Since we were able to play the 4-cost event for 1, we were able to use our leader effect, drawing into Would You Let Me Eat It, which is going to give us double attack, but it also gives us plus 3k power. Kind of a waste to play. We could have just stacked Dawn on other stuff, but we swing 8 here. Sorry, we swing 9 here, trying to force a block if we can. Then we're going to swing another 9. We swing one more 9. This is really risky, even with the Rebecca on field. We're leaving ourselves very open to a Roger on the crackback. Even though we have one in hand, we don't take this into consideration. They are luckily going to play a Sabo, dropping the Fire Fist off the Sabo effect, reducing our Sabo blocker so they can swing into it. We're just going to let it go here. We just need to survive this turn. They will swing in with this 1-cost Nami, which is strange. I've never really seen anyone play this in Lucy outside of this game. They search out a Viola, which is just a 2k. Pretty good, but we're just hoping to survive here. So we will take this first one. They don't have a Roger on us now, so I feel a little comfortable taking a couple hits since we have so much counter in hand. They're going to play another Bello Betty out, searching out the other 2k cost 2k counter Sabo. They will swing in with one of their blockers. I think this is silly, but it doesn't necessarily matter because we have the Roger anyway. We're going to just kill the chump Nami searcher regardless, and here we're going to play out the Roger, swinging 13 in, and they do not have enough counter to get out of it. But even if they could get out of that swing, we did have a 9 and whatever leader effect on the Sabo would have been, and they couldn't have blocked it. But let's jump into the deck review, and then we'll call it a video, guys. So overall, I do really like Lucy. I think it's a complex deck, but you really have to maneuver it properly and understand the sequencing of your cards to do what you need to do. It's straightforward. You just want to slam Sabo down and probably Fire Fist, but because you're running so many events, you have to sequence things properly, and you really have to gain the little, like, minuscule amounts of advantage that you can when you can. We took Pudding out, obviously, because it's banned, so we're not going to try running that list anymore. So we updated Roger to 2. We threw 2 Boas in. I've seen a lot of people talking about running this since it's really good into the Enel matchup. And I think other than that, we just cut Berry Berry Pistol down to 2. But I like this list a lot, and I think I will run it some more in the future. But that's going to be the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I will catch you in the next one.